I just really want to just say this is a real pleasure to be with you all here, and the things that Nick said and his father and Reverend Burt. I just really want to say to you that I know that there's nobody here that can achieve whatever they want to achieve, and I think the first thing I often like to try to promote is you have to start thinking like a CEO right now. And so, you know, I always tell people that you are a CEO because you run the business of you, and you have to start thinking now about that you own a business. You have to manage what you do have, even if it's a little, and start thinking about how you're going to make it big. I know that a lot of times we don't see the little things we're doing every day and how it impacts our future, but we have to start really being real about what life has done to us to this point, but how we're not going to let it damage our future moving forward. I had to, at some point, come to grips with the fact that, my mom got real messed up when I was young. My dad was nowhere to be found, but that was my reality, and I could sit back and talk about that, cry about it, or I could take what I did have and start building something, start working on something. There are positive people that you can find, even if they're not in your direct home. You can find people, and if you don't believe that, we're here today. If you're looking for someone who does care, someone who does think about you all and think about what you can become, we're here. And I think now, though, one of the things that I know, just being a young man growing up in Richmond, people come and they talk, they say a lot of things, but at some point we're going to be gone, and y'all going to be at home. You're going to be thinking. Your dreams is going to come through your mind, all the things that you feel you can and can't do, and there's going to have to be a fire inside of you that begins to ignite and says that, you know what, I'm going to take all that I heard, but I'm going to start getting my own voice. Somebody at some point has to rise up and say, I got something to say. And it's not that you got to be, a celebrity or the best, athlete or the best, business person. But if you can just have a voice in terms of how you lead your own life, start in your school, start in your house, start in your mind, start with how you think. And when you start there, there's nothing that no one can take away from you. Because once that's one thing that I like about intelligence, is nobody can take that from you. Once you have it in your mind, you have it in your heart, people can talk, they can walk by, they can look at you up and down, but they can't take away what's in your mind. You got that. It's in you. And so the more you put inside of you, a lot of times you look at people and they talking, they walking, and they looking like they tough and all that, but you start getting inside their brain and there's nothing in there. It's empty. You could go in there and yell and it will echo for days. We don't want that to be with all of you. There's got to be something on the inside that's more than just surface. Become a deeper person. Have substance. That's what I really like about, what Nick was talking about today. You see him on television, but for him to come down here in the valley, in the trenches, and tell you that there's something behind that success, that's what we're really trying to get across to you, is that, success is a mindset, and it starts with how you think. I want to just say this too, that how many of you have ever heard of life skills? Any of you ever heard of life skills? What do you think life skills means?
You have them for all of your life.
What's that?
You have them for all of your life.
You have them for all of your life. How do you find out about life skills? You can go get basketball skills, you can take business skills in college, but where do you find out about life skills? What do y'all think? What's that? Experience. Good. And this is really my message, is that there's nowhere to go for the life skills, and so you only know what you have been through. You only know what someone told you or what you experienced, what you found to work or did not work. And this is why we work so hard to get some information to you, that if you could learn at a younger age what discipline is about, what goal setting is about, to realize that many of you are just a credit score, and if you don't find out about money now, you talk about making money, but you're going to have a mindset to lose money before you even get the money. So we got to get that discipline now and get you thinking differently, and it begins with remembering that you already are a CEO because you run the business of you. I want to thank you all for your attention, and I just want to tell you, I'm inspired to even know that you all are sitting here trying to get some information, but the true leaders and the true people who are not going to just be here looking and watching and oohing and ahhing is those who take this information and actually do something with it. Step up, walk out, and make something of your lives. That's the only people who are going to really get ahead. I want to leave y'all with just a few thoughts. Number one, opportunities. Make sure that you create as many opportunities for yourself as you can. Remember, when you see people like Nick and even the things that you were just hearing, it's all about doors of opportunity, and that's what I found worked out for me. Even though I was in Richmond, I didn't have a lot to, to use to get ahead. I had nobody to help me. But the more I learned from different people, I had more doors to walk through. And that's something all of you are going to have to do. Take anything you learn and use it as a door of opportunity. Another thing I wanted to say is, could I hire any of you?
Yes.
So can I pay you?
Yes.
Would you receive money from me if I gave it to you?
Yes.
All right. So here's what I want you to think about. When you don't put your mind to becoming a better person, when you don't read a book, as was said, or try to learn something productive, you prevent me from giving you money. I want you to look at it that way. Even if I wanted to give you money, I can't, because you don't have a skill that I can take, that I can use to help me run a business or help me to do something positive. So remember, the more that you know, the better you allow other people to try to be able to give you something of success or try to give you some sort of reward. Another thing I want to tell you is, do y'all know Nike's slogan that it was always just do it? So everything that you hear and all of that is good, but at some point y'all got to do it. People can tell you stuff and talk to you, but I know what's really real. Everyone's kind of got a good feeling right now, but eventually we're going to be gone and you're going to be at home and you're going to still be dealing with this school, these streets, and these situations. But somebody got to make up their mind in here today that I'm just going to do it. I'm going to be different. I'm going to act different, and I'm going to try to find out more about what I need to do to be successful. So I hope that you all will do that. I hope you enjoyed this today. But it's been a pleasure seeing all of you. If you want more information about where to start and real life skills that can help you change, go to LifeSkills411.com. LifeSkills411.com. Stay in touch with us. We're going to be coming back out here again. We want to grow with you because we believe in you. Keep on moving on. Thank y'all so much.